This Keefe D character on Vlad TV is obviously something that ain't right with this damn dude. Why you watch Vlad TV if you don't like Vlad TV? We talk about Vlad TV because I like Vlad TV's content, but I don't like Vlad himself. That's why. In case you're wondering that, let's establish that real quick. But Keefe D is clearly not a credible witness, I'll say. How many times Vlad asked him something about that's something in his own book? Vlad asked a question, Keefe D was like, "No, it's not true," or "No," or just some random answer. Then he's like, "It's in the book." How does that happen? So obviously he didn't write the book for sure, and two, he also for sure didn't read the damn book. Who does that? You didn't write the book, and you obviously didn't read the book. Keefe D. So if this is all we got to go on about this story that Greg Kading and whoever else put together about them being in, because I think Greg Kading is the one that came forward first with this story because he's the one that grabbed Keefe D up, him and his task force, and this story was told to Greg Kading. He's the one that first put it out, but way before Keefe D ever said anything to the public about it. Is Keefe D a clone? Like, hold up, like bear with me for a minute. I know it sounds crazy, you know what I'm saying, but is Keefe D a effing clone? Is he a robot out here repeating what he's supposed to repeat to put this case to bed? Who was in the car, the white Cadillac? Was it people that was dressed up to look like Keefe D and Orlando Anderson? You know what I'm saying? Where did the people have makeup on in there? Was it some blackface type stuff going on? You got to think about this stuff because maybe Keefe D has been through some stuff in the recent years since all this happened. But Keefe D, the person that sits on Vlad TV, is clearly not a damn genius by any stretch of the imagination. He got issues. He's a liar. Definitely a complete liar for one. Because if you wrote a damn book, how you don't know nothing about what's in your book? Even if you didn't write the book and somebody else wrote it for him, where'd the information come from if you don't even know what the hell's in the book? I can count at least 3 times throughout the clips that I've seen that Vlad said something to him, and he's totally dumbfounded by it, like he has no clue what Vlad's talking about. Then Vlad's like, "Dude, it's in the book, in the book that you wrote, your book, Keefe D's book." Then he's like, "Oh well, you got to read it. I don't want to put." He's not, because then he's like, "Go buy the book." But his response isn't, he's not saying, "I don't want to say it," like trying to promote the book. He's acting like he never heard the information before in his damn life. It just sounds crazy. Like I said, is Keefe D a damn clone? Is the real Keefe D dead and they put this dude out here? Even if you look at a couple of these pictures of Keefe D, none of them were, but I mean, these are all years. I guess these pictures definitely would be from years ago. But the Keefe D on Vlad TV, the way he looks on Vlad, does not look like this dude here. I want to click that, maybe play the video. Vlad be bugging on my page, trying to get my, not that I get any views or money off this stuff no more anyway, but. And this dude here, I guess this is Keefe D with the suit on, don't look like the Keefe D right here on Vlad TV. Or am I bugging? Unless he lost some weight, because they both look around the same age, but I don't know. BYOB, yeah, like it looks weird, man, because like, how you don't know nothing about what's in your damn book? And when they put this story out, Greg Kading and them to put this story to bed is also weird because just because you say a story and then you get immunity from the police, that don't give you immunity from the streets. It just doesn't make sense, you know what I mean? Because it just, They gave a perfect story for an answer, but the answer doesn't make any sense. Especially now that we finally see Keefe D on Vlad TV. Like I said, for people thinking, why are you watching Vlad if you don't like? Because I like Vlad's content. I just don't like Vlad himself. I was gonna say that again just to make sure that's clear. Vlad got great content, but I don't like his personality of who he is. I don't like him. Not that he would care, but that's just to clarify. But he don't make no damn sense. This Keefe D dude obviously has issues. I don't know if he's retarded, he's a damn liar, or is he a clone? You know what I'm saying? Is he really? Is he a genetic alteration of what used to be Keefe D? Because he's the only one that really holds the pieces to this story that's been told. He's the one that told this story that Greg Kading and them came out with. They was in Vegas. They teamed up with whoever the dude was out there, got to the Cadillac, got the gun from the dude out there. They didn't go out there to hat for any problems. Even the fact that they went to Vegas knowing that there was going to be Bloods there, even though it's an event, I would think they would have bought guns out there with them anyway, but maybe they wouldn't have. But it just don't make no sense to me, man. Like I said, what gave it away is Vlad asking them questions about his book. He don't know what the hell's in his own book. That's not. I can't accept that. So if this is the only person that we got to go on to resolve the answer to Tupac's murder, then it's still an open investigation as far as I'm concerned, because Keefe D is bogus. He is one bogus dude. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. But he might be a clone. I'm telling you, he might be or an impersonator, a lookalike. You know what I'm saying? A body double. He could be. There's a lot of weight resting on. Because you got to think back when Tupac was alive, the climate was different. A person that influential back in the '90s is different than now today, because the internet has taken over. They can control everybody. There's stuff going on, mental brain waves and frequencies and brainwashing, and the internet has taken hold so much to where they don't need to worry about. I mean, Nipsey Hussle did just get killed, and he could have been maybe some type of messiah coming up that they had to silence, but for the most part, they don't need to really go to too many extremes nowadays, because they already have everybody where they want them. You know what I mean? Like, there's not really a fight anymore to control people and their mind and stuff like that. The internet pretty much and electricity is controls everything. It's not hard for them to do no more. But back in Tupac's day, when a person like Tupac, and also back then there was no social media, so when people back in those days had idols and stuff like that, like you really idolize somebody. If you was really a fan back then, you was like really a fan. You know what I'm saying, of a celebrity. If they was your idol, they really was your idol. You was holding on to everything. They was anytime you got a chance to see him and stuff like that. It was totally different than now. Nowadays, you go right on Instagram, you can see their whole life. It's not like the mystique is not there anymore. You know what I'm saying? So if the mystique is not there, it levels the playing field in your mind as far as how in depth and credibility a person's energy has on the effect on your life, because they're easily accessible. It changes stuff. But back when Tupac, like I said, when Tupac was out there, it was a totally different climate. It was a totally different world back then. And to kill somebody like Tupac would be necessary. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not just gonna go off what Keefe D is saying. For a minute, everybody thought there was a conspiracy for years. The Keefe D stuff came out throughout the past couple of years. I'm like, oh, that's probably what it is. Even though it always sounded a little weird that the story that he came up with and it all fit together perfect and stuff. It sounded weird from the door, but you're like, all right, it's just some street stuff. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it wasn't that serious for somebody to be trying to come out and whatever. But if this is the only fool, if this Joker's word is the only thing that they got to go on, I'm not accepting Keefe D's story as being the story. You know what I'm saying? Because he obviously at the very least, is a non-credible witness. At the very, very least. They should have never put this Joker on any kind of interview and let him talk with his fit in on video, because he just definitely is not credible. If nothing else, he's not credible at all. Because who wrote the damn book? If you don't know the information in the book, who wrote the book? And if somebody wrote the book for him, if that was okay for him to allow, that means you're just going to allow somebody to put information in there that you don't even know about. So I don't know, man, but it ain't making sense. I'm going to end it right there. But this Keefe D character definitely is a sketchy character. If it's him, it might be a double clone. I don't know what the hell it is, but he hurting this investigation as far as what everybody has accepted already. You know what I'm saying? It could still be the story he said. I ain't saying, I'm not trying to be on no crazy conspiracy stuff. If it's just some street stuff, it could possibly be. But his interpretation, his explaining it in a video interview is not helping the case that the story they have put together. Him talking about it is not helping it as far as I'm concerned, because this looks bogus. But that's it, man.